And we're live. I'm going to stop naming what day it is because I can't keep track of single-digit numbers, apparently. And we're just going to talk about what's on Doctor Who today. And like every day, it's going to be a girth list of bangers because there's just so much Doctor Who on at all times. It's a wee bit intimidating, if I'm honest. Let's hail rake at the schedule. What have we got? We've got the Green Death. The Green Death is only 4 episodes. What? Have they cut episodes out of the Green Death? The Green Death is like 12 episodes. It's like 1,000. The Green Death is like 1 billion episodes long. These episode counts are shoddy because the Green Death is 1 billion episodes long and I will not hear anything. That's a lie. 4 episodes is a lie. Lies. Time Warrior, 4 episodes, that seems about right. Invasion of the Dinosaurs, 6 episodes, whatever you say. Death to the Daleks, 4 episodes, that seems about right. Monster Peladon, 6 episodes, again, that seems about right. And then Planet of Spiders, you get half of that. 3 episodes with 3 episodes to follow tomorrow. That's a hell of a lot of list of episodes. I'm not sure about what this means, really. I remember the Green Death fondly being 1,800 billion hours long. I remember never finishing watching the Green Death. I'm still watching it now. The Green Death just doesn't end. And I say that with the utmost love for the Green Death. The Green Death is incredible. Very confrontational for a 1970s tea time piece of sci-fi. It's good. It's got giant maggots in it. And at one point, I want to say a singular giant fly. Is that the first episode? It is. 4 episodes, though. That makes me question the whole project. All of this schedule could be wrong. All of the episode counts could be... This schedule's making me look a fool. It's taken me for a fool. Because the Green Death is like 1 billion episodes long. It just doesn't end. It's just endless Welshness. Like aggressive... We love Wales, but goodness. 1970s Wales. And Welsh people. And maggots. Forever. Miners. Goop. A scientist, I want to say. There's like a... I can't remember where he's from, but there's a scientist that Jo Grant just falls in love with because it's the 70s and we need to get rid of a companion and we've not really planned anything out ahead of time. So she's just going to fall in love with this man and go up the Amazon. I'm not a big Jo Grant fan, really. The show was weirdly horrible to her, I want to say. Like last year, the Twitch chat made a point of pointing out that Doctor wouldn't let Jo eat at any point, and they were just tracking the fact that she hadn't eaten for like 100. There was a ridiculous amount of episodes between a scene where she clearly ate something, and then Pertwee just not letting her eat. He would just continue to eat her sandwiches. It was weird. Bye. Green Death is at least 8 episodes long. I'm sorry, but it is. How can it only be 4 episodes? I'm questioning a lot of my life now. 4 episodes? That's not right. We'll just assume that's not right, because it is very, very long. It's one of those Doctor Who's that just doesn't end. And if you have trouble sleeping, you plonk on the Green Death and you'll have a good time. You'll get some sleep in you. Trust me. 4 episodes. 4. On that. Spoilers for the Green Death, right? The Green Death goes places, right? If you don't want spoiled for the Green Death has an AI in it. Green Death is about an AI. Like the villain of the Green Death is an AI called Boss. Like it's the most Kojima thing in Classic Who, I want to say. Boss is great. Like, Boss is amazing. Boss is one of my favourite characters from Classic Who. He's like Hennemore's boss, basically. He's like a classic 70s office boss bad man, and he's amazing. He's like a screen. He's like a circular screen, and he's just an AI. Like he can't get like he's an unshackleable AI that's in charge of. Is it a nuclear plant? It's probably a nuclear plant. It's some form of plant it's probably nuclear. I want to say it's nuclear. It's one of those installations that Pertwee's Who just has, and like every episode, every show, every story, and it's pumping out chemicals into the mines that are making the maggots go massive and the miners go green and die. And like he's all like, no, he's got like a middle manager man. There's a great middle manager man that like that unit and the Doctor have to deal with before they get through to Boss, and he's like, they think he's the villain, but no, Boss is the villain. Who built Boss? Like Boss is incredible. Like the lore behind Boss is something that I both want to know and never want to know. Like it's such a great, like the tech level of Pertwee's 1970s/1980s, because it's always that unit dating controversy with it kind of being set in the future, but very much not being set in the future is incredible. And like I feel like people don't take into account the fact that they developed this just unshackleable AI when they talk about that. They're like, oh, the space missions and stuff, but no, like there's just this fully operational AI that's in charge of this company. And he acts and thinks and talks like a horrible business psychopath man. And he's just horribly abusing this middle manager. Oh, Green Death is great. It's proper. It's proper Who. It's proper goodness. So I should probably give the other 6 minutes in, 7 minutes in, when we even talked about the other episodes. Time Warrior, 4 episodes. That seems reasonable. That's your Sontaran lads' first appearance, I want to say. Yeah, it's the first appearance. You get the classic shot of them taking off their helmet and then their face, head being the same shape as their helmet. That's iconic Who. I will fight you. There's a lot of fighting when it comes to people not liking things. I don't know, but yeah, I like the Time Warrior. It's very brisk, but it's very much the opposite of the Green Death. It goes on forever and never ends, and you're just the Doctor Who eternal. You're just sitting. You're still watching the Green Death. Like I don't know why you think you're watching YouTube. No, you're still sitting there wherever you were at the time of watching the Green Death, because the Green Death don't end. But hi, Time Warrior does end because it's only 4 episodes. It's very brisk. You get your Sontarans and you get your Sarah Jane Smith in first appearance, and it's weird to me. It's weird to me that she was a Pertwee companion, and I know that's like the facts. I know that is what happened, and what you can't dispute that. But it's weird to me. It doesn't feel right because she's inextricably linked with the Fourth Doctor. But I feel like Pertwee gets a cool green jacket because that's the start of his last season. I want to say. I can't remember if it works out like that, but it's very much new companion, end of an era kind of thing. I totally didn't talk about the Master, Roger Delgado, dying when it was Frontier in Space there. Probably should have. We'll do other things about that. But there's a lot of good... Like, I guess Time Warrior is your quintessential pseudo. I just noticed a cut on my wrist. Pseudo historical, where you get your classic-y kind of like this is Robin Hood medieval kind of setting and characters, but you also get what we're all here for: monsters, the space lads, and the sci-fi and the funness. And like Pertwee's having a fantastic time in the Time Warrior. Like my main memory of it is him like on the battlements on a castle making like science smoke bombs to like huck over his shoulder over the wall to like defeat medieval people that are like climbing the walls, and he's just like having the time of his bloody life, both the character and the actor. So Time Warrior is a great time, funnily enough. Can't really criticize it in any way. Like normally, if I have vague bad things to say about it, is that it's a billion episodes long, and that's not me saying Green Death's bad by saying it's a billion episodes long. That works in its favor. But Time Warrior is great. And it's Invasion of the Dinosaurs, which is the one on my to watch list, really. It's the one big one that I haven't seen and continually haven't seen because I meant to watch it last year and it skipped for whatever reason. But I believe I will be watching it this year. That's the one that I need to see because I've not seen it. Don't know how, really. I say I've not seen it. I saw it when I was wee. I specifically remember the Shonky dinosaurs being great when I was wee. I remember sitting. I just don't remember anything about the story. I know there's like big unit stuff that happens in that story, but I've not actually seen it whilst sentient, which will be a rare treat. So aye, that's on my to look forward to. And then Death to the Daleks. Oh, Death to the Daleks is not a good Dalek episode necessarily, and it's not a good. It might not be a good Doctor Who episode, really. It's Doctor Who story, but I love it and will defend it to the death. Death to the Daleks, funny enough, is great. It's very like budget because it's like very like Quarry stuff. It's a very very Quarry episode of Who. Like you make jokes about like Doctor Who just being filmed in a quarry, and like a lot of it is, but a lot of it isn't, and a lot of it doesn't necessarily look like it is, and they make good use of it. But like Death to the Daleks very much takes place in a quarry, and it's very like it's kind of hard to put into words what I like about it other than having heck of nostalgia for it, which, not all of the Doctor Who that I like is nostalgia based. Like there's a lot of stuff coming up that I only saw last year that is amazing, and I will talk about. See when we get to Vengeance on Varos. I only saw Vengeance on Varos I was going to say yesterday, but last year. Vengeance on Varos might be in my like top 5 classic Doctors now. Vengeance on Varos is amazing now. We'll talk about it when we get to 6. But aye. Bloody Death of the Daleks has like it has low points for the Daleks. It definitely has. They get I feel like one gets tipped into water and then it explodes. Like just by some natives. Some natives go like and it gets like hit by like some Daleks get hit by sticks in this story, and the sticks kill them. Which again, low point for the Daleks. I can give you that, but at the same time, there's just like this banging plot about like this celestial city and the Doctor and his like mud golem pal cutting about working out simple logic puzzles on flares, and I feel like there's crystals involved. And that's good. And then the Daleks have to team up with the Doctor and the humans because their energy weapons don't work on the planet. That's like the gimmick, is that they turn up and then they're like exterminate, and then they can't exterminate because there's the planet drains the energy. Which even as a Baron, I was like, how does the Daleks work then? Because if the planet drains energy, like they're in mech suits. Like, how's their mech? Like, they need energy to move. How? But then, I suppose if you get into that, it's like, well, humans need energy to move. It's just a different kind of energy. How is the Doctor moving? Like, aye. But, like, specifically, like, they're like, oh, no, their energy weapons don't work because of the drain. It's like, okay. And then, like, in a high point for the Daleks, and I'll count this as a high point. The Daleks are like, we'll team up for a bit, and we'll just go, like retrofit like kinetic weapons to it. We'll get machine guns and then we'll kill people and it'll be fine. And like that's a good moment for the Daleks. I know it's surrounded by like very, very low moments, but they're fun. They're funny. Like I feel like one of the Daleks commits suicide because he lets is it from Death? There's a lot of low points for the Daleks, so I'm just going to assume the Dalek committing suicide because he lets Sarah Jane get away, or someone is in there. I'm going to assume that's in there. And that is a low point, but it's a memorable low point, isn't it? It's just a very comfy story. I quite like it. I'd like to defend it to you, people. I quite like it. Monster Peladon I saw last year, and I guess it left an impact on me. Like, fair play to it. It's the one with the badger-haired miners, isn't it? Like, it's another miner story. It's the 70s. Miners are the topic of the day. And they had badger hair. They were mingers, and they had big afros, and they've got like white lines through them, and you can see what the production team were going for. But they're very much badgers, and I feel like that undermines the points they're trying to make about workers, potentially socialism, and miners, and that's all I kind of remember about it. It's like a sequel to thingy Monster. What is it? Monster Peladon. Curse of Peladon? Is it the Curse of Peladon? I'm going to keep saying, yeah, Curse of Peladon. It's a sequel to Curse of Peladon, and I think it's generally considered not as good, and I think that's fine. I really like it, and I liked it as a youth because it does time travel stuff. It does like a light amount of time travel stuff because it time skips forward, and like the king, it's the king's daughter that is now the princess or the queen or the soon to be queen. So there's progression there between episodes, and I didn't know it was between seasons at the time, but between seasons. And I know that's probably the barest minimum time stuff you could do, but it felt quite significant as a youth. It was a notable thing, and that's really all I have to say about that. That's the one that has like the Federation, and it's not the Star Trek Federation, but it basically is, and it's like made up of like Alpha Centaurians. They're the big eye monster and the high pitched voice and the wiggly arms. Great design, fantastic design. Again, I don't know why my response is "I'll fight you" if you disagree with that, but I'll fight you. I feel like people on YouTube don't say that, but instinctively. But the Ice Warriors, and I like that. That's another like long running sci-fi thing that it's good to do if you can do, where you've got like this catalog of monsters and you can like apply other characteristics to them other than just they're invading this week for reasons. So like with the Ice Warriors, it's cool that they can be a monster of the week that's invading for reasons, or you can have them set in the Federation where they're just a member of the Federation and cool guys. That said, they might be the villains of Monster of Peladon, from what I remember from last year. Bit of a shame. Fair play. What else have we got on? Monster of Peladon, 6 episodes. It did feel like that. And then Planet of Spiders is one of my shame spots. A lot of the other episodes of Doctor Who that I've not seen, Classic Who, I don't feel bad about because I'm like, oh, I'll watch them at some point. But I've not actually seen Planet of the Spiders. Again, I have vague memories of it as a bairn watching the omnibus on UK Gold, and watching Pertwee regenerate. I remember first seeing 4 for the first time. That was big. But I don't remember anything about the episode, really. I know there's spiders involved and a crystal. But other than that, I could not tell you anything about it, which normally wouldn't care about, but it's a shame spot because it's the Third Doctor's regeneration and it's big. Like, even though, like, and it's like that thing in Moffat's Who, in Amy and Rory's last episode where the Doctor doesn't want stories to end. I kind of don't want 3 to end, even though, like, that's such a dumb thing to say because I specifically know that he ends because there's 10 other Doctors after them, and I've seen all like it's a weird thing because like I know everything about it and I've seen that regeneration clip loads, but I don't want to actually sit and have to deal with that story ending, if you know what I mean. Bye. Jeepers, are we through? We're through Pertwee already. I don't like the sheer girth of the Twitch schedule this time because you get through Doctors at such a clip, such a pace. I feel like it's I know you can make like millennials and their like attention spans. Like in my day it took 13 winters to get through Pertwee's or 5 winters, but it doesn't feel as much of an era when you're doing it just like night by night by night. And I know it's a fun experiment and it's a fun way to just absorb all of Doctor Who in a month. But I think the way they did it the first time was a lot better. Or more enjoyable for me, which, you know, better is, you can't really say because it may be better for some. It's definitely better for me because like I can just bang these out in a day. to sit down and just read out all of them and go like, here's my thoughts on these Doctor Who episodes. But I've been thinking about this, and I'll wait until the end of the episode before I do my pick of the day and my pick of the thingy. So my monster of the night. What have we got? We've got maggots. We've got a lot of things actually, because in Green Death we've got maggots. We've got that fly that's there for like a hot 5 minutes. The Time Warrior does have Sontarans, which that is such a classic thing. Sontarans are like the third. They're like the third. It's like Daleks, Cybermen, Sontarans, kind of. Sontarans are like a distant third. I love them, but Daleks and Cybermen, big lad double rider monsters. What else have we got? I suppose the Time Warrior also has medieval folk. Invasion of the Dinosaurs don't know anything about. Like, I don't know what other than dinosaurs. Like, how do you shoot down dinosaurs as a hot monster of the night? Death of the Daleks again has Daleks. Oh my gosh, yeah. And then Monster of Peladon has the Monster of Peladon, I want to say, or the Spectre of Capitalism or Socialism. I don't know. Planet Spider. Let's just say that Daleks are the monster of the night. Logically, we'll do like we did the other night. Daleks, but also no, because those maggots, and to a much, much greater degree, I'm going to say boss. Like the boss AI. The boss AI. Also, like the boss AI, because if Metal Gear and the boss AI. Yes. My monster of the night is the boss AI. It's great. Go watch clips of Boss, or better yet, watch the episode on Twitch, because that's what this show is about. Pick of the night though, it's a toughie. It's a toughie because some of my favourites are in there. Like, really, it's between the Green Death and Death to the Daleks. I feel like I'll go with my enthusiasm on this one, because I think I'm more likely to sit down and watch Death to the Daleks again for the billionth time, because it's a classic banger of my youth. But I did talk for a great amount of time, probably half the video, about the Green Death and the fact that it's 8 billion hours long, and all of those hours are fun and very, 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 very 70s. It's like distilled Pertwee Who. My pick of the night is Green Death. Go and enjoy it. It's lovely. Report back to me on its episode length, because I'm questioning my life now. Like, I feel like I might have skipped a universe, and now I'm in a universe where the Green Death's only 4 episodes long and not 18 billion like it feels. I know I keep saying that. I should probably clarify. It's very long. It's very, very long. I guess it's slow paced is what I remember. But it's good. It's good. It's my pick of the night. Anyway. See you tomorrow, and we'll talk about more episodes of Doctor Who. Bye! I'm going to click the stream to do the thing.